And good evening, everyone. Tonight, members of the public had a rare up-close and personal access to state transportation leaders and their plans for the future of Interstate 81.
Engineers didn't have anything new to share since they released their 15,000-page endorsement of taking down the elevated highway in favor of a community grid 2 months ago, but offered the community the chance to ask questions about it one-on-one. The ballroom at the On Center was packed for the 5-hour open house. Renderings of the community grid, a new raised viaduct, and the underground tunnel were printed on big posters so people could see how the plans impact each street. The project director says there's still room to improve the design before a final decision.
We're going to follow the process, we're going to listen to people, and we're going to have conversations to figure out what their concerns are. That could lead to some changes, as it has in the past.
Team coverage tonight. News Channel 9's Josh Martin will introduce us to some of Central New Yorkers whose minds are not yet made up.
But first tonight, News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan leads off our coverage with a new push by those who want to save the high-speed interstate as it is.
But clearly, the Save 81 fight is not over.
Oh, it's not over. It's just beginning.
With the open house going on inside the On Center, DeWitt's deputy town supervisor is outside with fellow local leaders opposed to removing the highway from its current path. How many of the 15,000 pages have you made your way through?
Oh, it's very complicated.
The first time we've seen the Save 81 group since the DOT's report 2 months ago, which endorses the grid and all but kills the tunnel. That leaves Mannion supporting another elevated highway.
The decision has not been made yet. That will be made as part of the process. So I can't say that there's not a possibility, but what I can say is the DOT has identified the community grid as our recommended preferred alternative.
I'd say the most helpful tool at this public meeting are these table-sized renderings of the different options. This one specifically shows what 81 will look like if it continues as an interstate, as a brand new raised viaduct, similar to how it is now, compared to what Business Loop 81 will look like as part of the community grid. The Business Loop is what the DOT hopes will ease the concerns of the Save 81 group.
People traveling through Syracuse on the Business Loop 81 will continue to go high speed, 65 miles per hour, to the city.
What's the next step for the Save 81 group? Will you file a lawsuit?
I don't know if we specifically will. There are probably some entities out there that may file a lawsuit. I haven't had discussions with anyone about that. I'm hoping we don't get to that.
Years of waiting for shovels to hit the ground will be made longer by either years of lawsuits or years of debate. At the On Center, Andrew Donovan, News Channel 9.
And I'm Josh Martin, among the hundreds of Central New Yorkers packed into the On Center for the open house.
How do people at Bear Street get on 81?
To have their questions answered.
And we do have quite a bit of traffic on there.
An opportunity to see what could be next up close. Fred Cleaver has called the South Side home for nearly 60 years. Alexa Geller is getting back to her roots after years away at grad school out west. Two very different people with very similar concerns about the future of 81.
Just kind of refamiliarizing myself with what's going on here, and this is a great turnout. I'm pretty impressed with how many people are out here today.
The future, you know, hopefully I'm around then to see it, but I just wanted to see how it's going to change the city.
Both Geller and Cleaver spent time at the various stations set up by the DOT, each showing the viaduct, the tunnel, and the DOT recommended option, the community grid.
We're here to listen to what you have to say.
In a 20-minute presentation, the DOT elaborated on those alternatives, which help shape and in some cases strengthen the opinions of what should be done.
Oh, community grid is the way to go. I mean, there's so much happening in downtown and the SU area that getting rid of that barrier in between the two is really going to help to fuse those two together, and I think there's a lot of potential for really smart growth.
To me, it doesn't make sense to, you know, go to the grid or the tunnel. I think the viaduct is perfectly good the way it is.
The next neighborhood meeting is scheduled a week from Tuesday. That'll be June 25th from 6 to 8 o'clock at night at Henniker High School. In Syracuse, Josh Martin, News Channel 9.
And for the latest 81 developments and to read the DOT's report, head to localsyr.com, click on the News tab, then click on Future of 81.